Two young brothers still bathe together. Roof and deadbolt, still comes bad weather. Their water is warm, but not burning hot. With cars and a frog, a bathtub tot lot. Splashing in laughter, teenager looks in. Life changes after a baby sats in. Our eyes race. Our racing car stops. Our eyes race in wonder. Unzipping his pants, he shows us what's under. Kneeling to question a no and a yes. Hate registration, emotional mess. Eternal minutes, forgotten details. Rezipping he goes, left biting my nails. Tattletale nature, that very night. Mother's boyfriend's son, strangle him, right? He said he's sorry, or so my mom tells. 18 years later, to console my yells. Our world is a problem. This story repeats. Age after age, our generation eats. We eat shit when we're told not to see, not to hear, and not to say. The American way. Don't hear, don't see, don't say. Not hear, not see, not say. Not say, not hear, not see. And then guess what they did to me? They gave me to the doctors, you see, 'cause nobody wanted to motherfucking listen to me. Now alone, half a century, I walk homeless, hungry in my home city. People are watching, cameras and drones, listening in, headphones and cell phones. My computer, my laptop, my food is my food stamp, crop and disability. My social security drop. Without that, I'm dead. It's a cycle. Repeated and repeat this in your head. You've killed too many children. You've impregnated and sold your old children. You've sold your own wife. You fucking have taken my life. The doctor killed my mother. The streets killed my father. After he was used to impregnate lots of women who were sent to a prison somewhere in Colorado, Tennessee, Texas, or somewhere else, not within here, maybe in another country, just until they hatch the baby deer or steer, and then they tell the bitch stay clear and send her back to show everyone that they need to live in fear. She left skinny and hot, now she's a fat stank twat. But really what happened, they stole her baby. And because no one talks, it's a secret sweet gravy. Washington, D.C., the land of the free, where Lady Liberty stabs each and every one of you and me with those lies. She burns us with her torch. She takes those books and hold them so high up in the air they're not for us, because she is above the law. And the Supreme Court says right at the top, above its pillars and its doors to the entrance of its halls of justice, all equal under the law. But this world is backwards, so this is what you heard. Wall, law, law, wall, Ray law, lawyer, Ray law, lawyer, Ray lawyer, Ray law, King's law, orar, horario, guerde arte, por favor, el Señor. What that means is, please, Father Earth, ask Mother Earth to let Father Earth take care of things, and then she'll feel better. And guess what? we're gonna do that for her so that she can take some time to knit a new sweater. So Father Earth is here to stay until no more people keep on with the play. Folgers, Shakespeare, Corcoran, NYU, and guess what? LA, UCLA, yeah, you too. All these people, gangsters, fake, making money till we break, and now I'm broken. I'm just a token, except for all the books were lined up by the ladies behind the scenes, and now it's spoken. If I walk long enough or sit still here, y'all are just gonna say that I need more beer.
So I was in a band.
Guess what? That's not true.
Beginning in 1998 to
And
about
now,
the year 2000.
this is what the world
with a
does
man
to
whose
you.
father was a
Break
television
your teeth,
repairman.
break your head.
So if you're ever wondering how
More
to
than
make
once
a
tries to
television or
make
how
you
it
dead,
works,
using people,
his father
and some
could teach
people
you
that
how
are
to build
paid,
one
and some
from
people that
scratch
just
and
the
not
police
lie
don't
to
even
you
care to
about it.
lock them up.
And this family, the Moschke
Hey,
family, is from Germany.
I'm sorry.
Of course, he married
That's
an
fucked
American
up.
woman and lived in Reston, Virginia, where his sons were taught to do his, well, secret evil. His older brother, Chris Moschke, younger brother, Tom Moschke. Then I had a drummer, Ben Blanton. Ben's just an evil gang member in the streets. He lives in Arlington. He's drugged me before against my will. Then we have Dennis Hoy, who does the sound work for important people and goes to their parties regularly. That's you, Mayor Bowser, and that's you, President of the United States. He does the sound at your concerts. Dennis Hoy. I think Benjamin Blanton, Thomas Moschke, and Dennis Hoy had ulterior motives when they had me join up with their band 25 some years ago called the Ludovico Technique. One's gone on to have a family. One's gone on to be a single homeowner and kind of run amok on the planet with his success or his low success. The other one works, well, Tom, he works in a doctor's or dentist office, you know, where you keep getting your prescriptions refilled every 2 weeks that you can resell in the streets. That's Tom's position. And then Ben Blanton. Ben runs the streets, he plays drums, he goes by Vang. He works at a pizza store and somehow stays alive and does well, thriving in Northern Virginia, where you need money to live and he doesn't have shit. Well, not above the board, but below. He came into the city a number of times to so-called be my pal, except for when he drugged me. And that's Ben. Then you got Tom, who's part of the Ludovico Technique, Pentagon level Ludovico Technique. Tom's family's part of that evil shit. And Dennis Hoy. Dennis Hoy's so connected, he's the sound engineer at the mayor and the president's parties very regularly here in Washington, D.C. These them men that call you a brother until they got you on the roaster barbecuing, and then they step back and laugh. It's not the same as the old time South, trust me. It's their new version, and they're exporting it to the world. I got to be one of their first subjects of scientific experiment. Good work, Reston, Virginia, and so-called Reston Hardcore. You guys can all kiss my ass from the bottom to the top, and you know who you are.
And my problem I have basically with I have a lot of crazy thoughts, and guess what? The United States likes to lie and use some snakes wrapped around a flying pole to tell everybody that magic doesn't exist, right? And then if you're crazy, you need medication. And then they have weirdos who aren't police riding up to tell the police it's okay, we're watching, he's just Nate. But really, the only pig in this picture is the street man on the bicycle, because he's the one that's paid by the American Bar Association to go around and do what he's doing. He's not really actually anything good in society. He also is a high-ranking member of the Freemasons worldwide, and he might do this with his friends. You see what I'm saying? If they're not police, they're the enemy, straight up of mine and of that police officer's right there. And so I was going to do a short piece, but a lot of times these dipshits zone in to try and say, oh, well, they probably work for Merck, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson. They probably go in and out of the prisons and jails worldwide doing the hey buddy kind of bullshit in the lockup.
And then they walk in and out. Oh, they also like to lift weights and impregnate women and laugh about it worldwide with their dick sauce committees that like to go to places like Greece when the economy fails so they can fuck $10,000 hookers for $200. And so I say these things freely on Capitol Hill because I'm fucking from here, which brings me back to my original point. Basically, the problem I have with motherfuckers doing that shit is I have friends and family here, both in the fucking military, in the police, and in the fucking Congress, and in the Library of Congress. And guess the fuck what? In other places in the United States where they would fake these threats as well, I have family members in upper levels of the fucking military and the fucking police. So I don't really give a fuck about these dipshits riding around lifting a bunch of weights and scaring people and drugging people with their fucking aerosols that come out of their backpacks and their fucking little wallet shits and their fucking little doing the mists of the things when those people sell oils out of those things, not mists. So these two corn weasels here, unless they're really police, but see, they'd also be the police that help to fucking lock people up and do the evil. And so there's a song by Peter Tosh, Guide Me From My Friends. These folks can't tell who their friends and enemies are because they are on assignment here. They work here. They don't know who the douchebags are, but it's called guilty by association when you're guilty of being a fucktard piece of shit. And so when you're a fucktard piece of shit, you and your friends have so much cash right now that I think a new version of the Federal Reserve needs to be started and just change one word on every bill and make them turn its shit in. And you cannot get a bunch of psychics to do baby blessings and spirit blessings for $1 million, $50 million, or $1 billion to launder your money, you fucking morons. Because you haven't done it now by this day. I gave that idea up like 2 weeks ago. The only thing that stupid fucks like them could ever learn from me is to start a fucking credit union rather than a bank. And I'd like to do that one day as well as some nonprofits. But so again, the problem I have with lying to Congress and the people around here who are in authority positions and secluding them or their families against their will and separating them. Like I have this wild idea that the mayor and her wife and their son were separated from each other. And it was done to show the politicians that they can be separated using people with guns and they don't know who's fucking on their side. So now that it's been a couple of years, they've done these things a number of times. They've staged events here that's not been publicized or not. You know, there's not 14,000 workers back to work over here in the Navy Yard. People are probably concerned that there might not be real Marine Corps or real Navy in the Navy Yard as well. So if there's not real Marine Corps and real Navy in the Navy Yard, where are those people? And I guess they're probably under one of these old Washington, D.C. dungeons. This is the city of evil. This is one of the biggest slave pens in the world right here in Eastern Market and Capitol Hill. So there's underground fucking chambers that you can hold thousands and thousands of fucking people. And I think when they experimented on me as a child here in the area, they used me for their little fucking soirees and then drugged me so much out of my mind I forgot exactly. However, back to these dirty pigs, which are called dirty cops. See, real police are good. Real soldiers are good. The soldiers who fucking hide bodies and shoot their fucking friends, or fucking traffic drugs or computers or cell phones on military planes, or make up fucking lies about incredible events that never actually happened, or make up lies about magic shit like the bus that I was on today that was magically on different streets, whoop-de-doo. The police watched it, Secret Service watched it. That's why I'm sitting here talking about it like a fucking comedian. Because it's not that many who are actually dirty. And how come I've seen certain officers that are the same title and representation, but they're different, even in the media? People I've met in person, and then they're different in the media later, 2 years later, 3 years later. There's something going on that's...
Hey, and for anybody who thinks that I'm the police, ask the police if I'm the police, and they'll probably laugh in your face. They're probably surprised I can even talk, because everybody's saying I'm retarded, just because nobody talks to me, ever. Except for case managers and cashiers when I check out at a cafe or a grocery store. So I'm still learning to use a calendar and time again. So put that right there. And let's fix the world. Heal the planet using legislation. And get all the devil evil people locked up and separate from all us good people and normal people.